Holy crap, day 2 of the CrossFit Games is done, and what a day. It was awesome, it was so good. I'm going to try and recap everything that happened on day 2 of the CrossFit Games, and I'm going to start off with the women today. So the first event of day 2 for the women and the men on the individual side was ruck, which was a 6,000 metre run, and every 1,500 metres you added another £10 to your rucksack. Ruck, very inventive, Dave Castro. So yeah, you do first 1.5 kilometres with £10, the next one with 15, 20, and then ended up on the last lap with £25 in your rucksack. Now the men and the women actually started this event together, and I must say, Claire Toomey went out pretty hot to the point where women started to catch her up on the final lap, and I thought she might drop off, but she managed to stay with the leading pack and grab herself a second place finish, which put her straight back into contention with that #1 spot on the overall standings. Emily Rolfe, who is a bit of an unknown name, she's a Canadian, she won the event with a time of 27 minutes and 9 seconds. Claire Toomey was second with a time of 27 minutes and 11 seconds. Kristen Holt was third. Samantha Briggs, as expected, did well in the endurance event. She's not got the nickname The Engine for no reason at all. So she had a really strong finish. She was a little bit quiet on the first day, so she really did need a strong finish in this event. And then Katrin Davidsdottir was 5th, which again, she needed a really strong finish. So this has actually helped her no end and bumped her right up. And then after her, Katrin, was Hayley Adams again. So she had another great finish after having an awesome first day. I know she's a good runner, but still, to be running that kind of distance with weight on your back, the pressure of doing well on the first day, she absolutely crushed the ruck run, and yeah, awesome. Annie Thorisdottir looked like she struggled a little bit on the run. Yeah, that was hard to watch. She ended up walking on the last lap, and Sarah Sigmundsdottir had a top 10 finish. So again, she really needed, she's hovering around that cut line, so she really did need a good finish. And moving on to the rest of the day, she really needed to up her game for the final 2 events on day 2. Now moving on to event 2 of day 2, which was the sprint couplet workout of the sled push and 18 bar muscle ups. We were sat watching this. Oh, there's a time cap of 6 minutes, I believe. We were watching this last night and we were thinking, this doesn't seem too bad. Oh my god, how wrong we were. People were absolutely flat out exhausted on the finish line. It looked horrendous. Albeit they didn't need the 6-minute time cap, people tended to be finishing between 1 minute 30 was a really good time, 2 minutes 30, 3 minutes. But wow, people were exhausted. So it just goes to show how much you can underestimate some of these workouts, and especially in the heat of Madison. It was not pretty. But anyway, on the women's side, Amanda Barnhart went, wow, she was awesome. She made them bar muscle ups absolutely effortless. And then on the return leg of the sled push, she absolutely gunned it down the straight. I think she came off the bar in 3rd or 2nd place and just went for it. Overtook everyone and finished well in the lead for that #1 spot. Foch came 2nd. And also in this event there was a strong showing from Jamie Green. Jamie Green had a really good showing at strength in depth, finishing 2nd to Sarah Sigmundsdottir. And yesterday she seemed a little bit kind of quiet on day 1, but today she really came into her own and went for it. And she got a really good strong finish in this event. And Toomey finished in 12th position on this event, which I'd at least expected to get a top 10, maybe. And then finally, the last event of the day saw the return to Inside the Coliseum, and it was the event Mary, which is a 20-minute AMRAP. 20-minute AMRAP of 5 handstand push-ups, 10 pistol squats, and 15 pull-ups. 20 minutes is a lot of work. I think we worked it out last night. You're averaging between 200 and, I don't know, 60 pull-ups to 300 pull-ups. something daft. You imagine the DOMs you would have after doing that many pull-ups, the pistols, the hands. These athletes are going to be very sore tomorrow. So yeah, on the ladies' side, Carissa Pearce, again, looked absolutely unbelievable. She just didn't slow down at all. She was followed by Kristen Holt. Again, another good finish from her. Then it was Jamie Green. Then it was Tia-Clair Toomey. Wow. Honest to God, like, from day one when we thought Tia was going to absolutely dominate everyone, some girls are really stepping up to the plate and doing awesome. In this event, Amanda Barnhart, who had a really good showing in the muscle-up sprint workout, she really struggled to the point where she was 4 or 5 rounds behind. Like, she did not enjoy this workout at all. But yeah, Jamie Green again looked awesome. I really do like her. She just goes about her business, gets it done. Tia again was in the top 5. So although Tia didn't absolutely dominate and win every single event on day 2, her consistent finishes meant that she did actually finish overall in that #1 spot, and she will wear the leaders jersey going into the 3rd event. Now what I did find interesting today was the cuts. I didn't expect Dave Castro to announce such drastic cuts on day 2 as well. So it was cut to 25 after the sprint muscle ups, and then after Mary inside the stadium it was cut to 20, which is a big shock after 2 days. So for the final 2 days we're only going to see 20 athletes. I believe that tomorrow we'll probably see all 20 athletes compete all day, and then the last event of the day might cut to 10 events for the final day. So you'll just see the top 10 athletes on the final day. That's a bold shout, but I can see it happening now. Moving on to the men's side of things, and this is where things really heated up in my opinion. So and what did we say at the start? The only way Mat Fraser will be defeated is if stuff goes wrong, and the only person that can beat him is Mat Fraser himself. So bear that in mind when I explain what actually happened. So in the ruck run, Mat Fraser seemed to be doing pretty good. He was kind of in the top 5 or 10. And then this happened. So as you can see, Dave Castro reposted the video of Mat Fraser running the final leg, and one of the sandbags fell out of his rucksack. So Mat Fraser was awarded a 60-second penalty, knocking him down from 6th to 7th to round about 17th. So that was a big shock for the first event, and I actually didn't see that happening when it was on. So finally, not all going smooth sailing for Mat Fraser. Lucas Holberg took the #1 spot, and then a bit of a relatively unknown Joshua Wittrup from Germany took the 2nd spot. Then again another unknown in, let me try and pronounce this, Aldis Upanieks. I definitely got that wrong. Then he was followed by Chandler Smith, and then yet again James Newbury is up there in that top 5. Now he is having an absolutely incredible game. Then after James Newbury was Jacob Hepner. It's always good to see Jacob Hepner up there. He's an absolutely awesome athlete. Not been to the games for the last few years, but he is incredible. His engine is just absolutely relentless. Moving on to the sprint couplet of the muscle ups and the sled pushes again. Yet again, it did not go well for Mat Fraser. This happened.
First heat, who were trying to get on the right side of that cut line, but these are your top 3.
So Mat Fraser went to run up to his sled, hit it too high almost on the bars, and just nosedived the sled into the AstroTurf of the arena, which straight away put him behind. And in a workout that's only a minute and a half long, that is going to have serious consequences. So straight away he's playing catch up to see Mat Fraser look human. Yeah, McLeod took the event win with a 1:27. Noah Wilson was close behind with a 1:28, nearly getting his first event win. And Mat Fraser finished all the way down in 21st in that workout, which is a workout that you kind of expected him to do well in. So again, things were not going as well as we thought for Mat Fraser, similar to the Tia-Clair Toomey situation. However, the Mat Fraser situation was worse. He had a 17th finish in the first event, and then he finished 21st in the second event on day 2. So he really needed to up his game and get an event win in the third event. Moving on to the third event, after it finished, all I could think of was this.
You got him hurt bad.
Yeah.
Now he's worried. You're cutting. You're hurting. You see, he's not a machine. He's a man.
He's not a machine. He's just a man. So yeah, Mary in the arena for the men's individual. Wow. So in the final heat, you had all the big names going head to head. And Noah Olsen, Jacob Hepner, Panchik and Fraser set off an absolutely crazy pace. Noah Olsen just was not slowing down. And to be fair, neither was Mat Fraser. They were both, I think Mat Fraser was almost 5-6 reps behind Noah Olsen during the whole workout. And I think Mat Fraser thought he could hold on and then overtake him at the end. Last 30 seconds. And Mat Fraser just could not catch Noah Olsen up. Noah Olsen held his own, smashed out of the water to get his first ever, and what a way to get your first ever CrossFit Games event. Like, that is crazy. And not only did he take the event, it actually made him go to #1 in the overall standings, which I've not seen Mat Fraser be #1 in the overall standings after day 2 in a long time. So very interesting to see how this is panning out, because it's going to be very interesting to see how this pans out, because Fraser is not going to be happy. Like, if he is not winning, he is not going to be happy, which is good. I am like that if I'm competing as well. So he's going to be going into day 3. An unhappy Mat Fraser is a very dangerous Mat Fraser. Noah Olsen is in that #1 spot. You've got Jacob Hepner sitting in 3rd, which is incredible. Scott Panchik still up there in 4th. Adrian Moonweiler has moved into 5th. You've got James Newbury still up there. He's in 6th position. And just working down the leaderboard, Will Moonran in 7th. You've got Goodmanson in 8th. Matt McLeod's in 9th, and Patrick Vellner sat in 10th position, which is not where you really want to see Pat Vellner heading into day 3. But a couple of big names that have missed out on that cut. #1 is Brent Fikowski. Who saw that coming? Going into the games, you expected Brent Fikowski to really be up there, like top 5 finishes, top 10 finishes, fighting for that podium spot, and here we are, we find him down in 23rd going into day 3, which means he's cut from the field. Looking at the way he was going in the Mary workout, the final workout of the day, if you see the footage, he was still on his round of 15, whilst all the athletes have moved on to like round 17, 18, 19, and that was like really worrying. So whether there's something wrong there, he's not feeling well, who knows. Also, Willie George missed out on moving on to the 3rd day. He posted this on Instagram this morning, last night, however you want to look at it, and he posted this. So he was sat in 20th position, got fitted for his outfits, and then over the next, I don't know, few hours, he was then told he was in 21st position and hadn't made the cut. So he must be very unhappy. So it'd be interesting to see what's happened there, what penalty has happened elsewhere on the leaderboard that's caused Willie to drop down. So yeah, some very big surprises not making that top 20. However, with the cuts, bar a few, it does seem to be that the top 20 CrossFit athletes have made the top 20. So like, it has filtered out the best people. So as annoyed as some people are that the cuts were so drastic, it has proven that the best are still the best. So moving on to the final 2 days, you are going to be watching 20 awesome athletes compete for them podium spots. Honest to God, it's going to be so good. So it'll be interesting to see if there's any cuts on day 3, whether that's cut before day 4, who knows. We are in for an exciting day of action on day 3 of the CrossFit Games yet again, but what a way to finish day 2 inside the arena with the Noah Olsen and Mat Fraser head to head. Seeing that Mat Fraser can be beaten. I mean, I don't know a day where Mat Fraser's not won a workout all day. That's insane. And Noah Olsen put on an unbelievable performance to finish 1st overall. So he's going to be wearing that leader's jersey going into day 3. Mat Fraser is going to want that back. So thanks for watching. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll be back yet again for a recap video of day 3, and then finally for the final day when we will see some potential cuts again. So thanks for watching, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next one.